Hey guys, what's up? Exam time, I know, and that's probably why you clicked on this video. So I want to make the best out of your time because I know you have so little time. So that's why I came up today with a quick set of tips that helped me and my friends to study at our highest energy, potential, and productivity. So without further ado, let's just hop into the video and see what you can do to maximize your potential and get those insane grades starting this semester. So I think the first thing, and I feel like the most important thing, is to constantly remind yourself why you even started studying. Because you're gonna reach points along the way when you feel like giving up, when you feel like there's something wrong with you, or you're not enough because you cannot pass those exams, or you do not get the grades that you desire, or you're gonna ask yourself whether you should keep struggling or just quit because you remember that there are people out there who made it through in life and are very good right now that didn't go to college.
I know I felt like that for one entire year when I was studying physics, and that was actually my first year. But actively and repeatedly reminding yourself why you started studying is going to help you so much. And maybe it is because you were absolutely fascinated by that subject in the beginning, or maybe it is because you want to get to the point to have that dream job that you always envisioned yourself getting one day. Think about why it matters to you and remind yourself constantly of that thing whenever you're feeling down.
The second most important thing is to try to study actively. Because what do we students love the most? We love to lay back and read through the notes or replay the videos of the lectures, and the sun is just so bright right now. I've been waiting for this day for like a week now, and I'm so happy that it's here. But yeah, back to the actively studying. So we love to just look through the notes and say, okay, I think I've got that, or okay, I understand that, but how much do you really remember when asked about it? How much can you really reproduce when you're asked about it? And that's the key point here, because actively studying makes you summon that information out of your brain so that when you will be asked a similar question at the exam, it won't be the first time when you try to find the answers to that question, because you've done it before, you've helped yourself to do it before. So it's obviously gonna be easier when you have to do it the second time. The sun is really loving me right now. Okay, so the next thing I find super important is to find the right time in the day to study. And it doesn't necessarily have to be the same time every single day, because maybe today you woke up feeling super fresh, you got a good night's sleep, and you feel super energized and you have a very productive morning study session. But maybe tomorrow you're gonna go to sleep later and you're not gonna feel so fresh in the morning, and maybe you'll feel like having slower morning routine, and you're gonna have like a super productive afternoon study session. So try to read yourself every day and determine if it's a good time to study or not, if you feel like you're gonna be productive or not. And I know that sometimes, especially a few weeks or even days before the exams, you cannot really afford to pick a slot in the day to study because you have to do it all day in order to get everything revised in time. But remember that sometimes more is not necessarily better. And I remember that in my first semesters of college, I wanted to study 12 hours a day straight. And I'm not even kidding. I wanted to study from the moment I woke up till the moment I went to sleep. And I did not even care about eating, working out, or even sleeping sometimes. I would also sacrifice sleep at some point. And take it from me, it does not work like that. Because not only wasn't I able to study for those 12 hours straight, but I wasn't even able to focus for as little as 1 hour because my brain was like terrified about the thought that it has 11 more hours to go to keep studying all that stuff. And I found that sometimes it's even better to just study for 3 hours at your highest potential and your highest energy than put 10 hours into a study session when you're at your lowest. And sometimes in this case, it can actually be the same amount of information that you retain from a 3-hour study session with just 1/3 of that energy that you would put in a 10-hour study session.
Another important thing is to allow yourself to take breaks between study sessions out of 2 reasons. Firstly, because when you take a break after studying, you allow your brain to process that information calmly and not like bombarded it with another kind of information or like with other topics, and you just give it time to process everything that you studied before. And secondly, because a breath of fresh air always helps you disconnect from everything and recharge your battery so that when you're gonna go back to the second study session or to the third study session, you're gonna be really fresh and ready to start all over again without feeling super tired or like not really in the mood of studying once again. So think about it like when you're working out, because when you're working out, you like have 1 or 2 or 3 workout days, and then you have to take a break for a day or 2 to allow your muscles to recover. And that's the thing that you're also doing when you're studying, or you should do when you're studying with your brain. You have to allow it to rest after a study session. So you have to really be your brain's friend, and you have to make him trust you in order for him to do things for you that you want to do, like things that you want to achieve, for example, passing an exam. And in order to pass that exam, you have to study a lot. So try to be your brain's friend and give him breaks and, be kind with him.
Also, another break-related super important thing is to find activities that are gonna make your brain focus on something else, not at all study related. And it can be maybe at the end of the day or before you go to sleep so that you don't interfere with like a potential study session. And just, maybe play a board game that's gonna help you disconnect from everything that you learned so that you'll be so focused and preoccupied with winning that you won't think about the stuff that you just learned. And this way you'll help your brain even more to sediment that information that you've just learned. So try a board game. And finally, last but not least, because these are also very important things, but I left them at the end because you hear this all the time, but you really have to work out to keep your body moving so that your brain will function properly, and eat healthy to give your body the nutrients that it needs in order for it to give you the energy that you so desperately want to have in order to be able to study. And think about cooking or working out even as a therapeutic activity to turn your brain off for a few moments from all that study stuff and just make it passively active by, working out or cooking or something. And I've said this in one of my What I Eat in a Week video, and if you haven't seen that yet, make sure to check it out, because I tried to come up with a set of meals that are not gonna cost you a lot of time, especially in the exam phase, but are also gonna help your body get those nutrients that you need in order to like study productively and be fully energetic. So yeah, make sure to check it out. And I've talked there a little bit about my story with healthy eating, because when I started studying, I used to only eat convenience food, like frozen pizzas, frozen nuggets, frozen potatoes, frozen vegetables, anything that was frozen and super quick. And along the way, I started realizing how I feel after eating those things. And I realized that the reason why I wasn't being able to study productively was that I was not giving my body what it needed in order for it to function the way I wanted it to function. And that was by helping me to concentrate and work, being super focused on whatever I wanted to do. So guys, I'm telling you from my own experience, because I've learned it the hard way. It's okay to sacrifice 15 minutes to cook a healthy meal and feel super energized afterwards, then saving those 15 minutes to study like a little bit more, but then not being able to study in the end because you just don't feel like it and you're really not in the mood. You would do anything else instead of studying. Guys, you've got it. You're gonna get those good grades, I promise you. Good luck, guys.